Buffy Revival cast breakdown. Sarah Michelle Gellar and new Slayers revealed. It's hard to believe, but the revival of Buffy the Vampire Slayer is not just a rumor. It's actually happening. Fans were thrilled when Sarah Michelle Gellar, the iconic actress who portrayed Buffy Summers, officially signed on to reprise her role. This was a moment many thought would never come to pass. Then in May, Ryan Kiera Armstrong, known for her work in Skeleton Crew, was announced as a lead character, widely speculated to be a new Slayer. According to sources from Variety, the upcoming series will center around this new Slayer, with Gellar making appearances in a recurring capacity as the beloved Buffy. But wait, doesn't this imply there could be multiple Slayers? After all, we remember the many potential Slayers activated in the series finale Chosen. What has transpired in the Slayer universe since 2003? Recently, the show has introduced several new cast members, providing us with their names but keeping their character details under wraps. One of these actors seems particularly poised to take on the role of a Slayer, especially since she has a knack for playing the theremin, an intriguing musical instrument often associated with eerie sounds. Let's take a closer look at the latest cast announcements. Sarah Bock will portray a character named Gracie. Bock made a significant impact with her role as Miss Huang in the series Severance, and it's hard not to envision her as a Slayer. Could she be the new Slayer's best friend? It's a possibility, but let's be honest. She deserves a stake in her hand. Daniel Di Tomasso takes on the role of Abe. With previous appearances in The Witches of East End and The Last Man, Di Tomasso is an adult actor whose striking cheekbones might just make him look like a vampire. Faly Rakotohavana is cast as Hugo. Since 2012, Rakotohavana has been steadily building his resume with roles in shows like The Mick, Unprisoned, and FBI International. Ava Jean will play Larkin. Notably, T is a redhead in her IMDb headshot, which is a fun nod to Buffy's best friend Willow, who was also a redhead. While there's been no confirmation about Allison Hannigan returning for the revival, fans remain hopeful. Jean's most significant role to date has been in an episode of Law & Order SVU. Jack Cutmore-Scott is set to portray Mr. Burke. Born in 1987, Cutmore-Scott finds himself positioned between Buffy's generation and that of the new Slayer. He has appeared in 3 Christopher Nolan films, Dunkirk, Tenet, and Oppenheimer, and was featured in the recent reboot of Frasier. The creative team behind the new Buffy includes writers and showrunner Noah Zuckerman and Lila Zuckerman, known for their work on Poker Face, while the pilot episode will be directed by Chloe Zhao, who won an Academy Award for Nomadland. Recently, Gellar shared some behind-the-scenes moments from a table read on her Instagram, giving fans a glimpse of the excitement brewing for this revival. As we anticipate this new chapter in the Buffy saga, it raises intriguing questions. Will the new Slayer live up to the legacy of Buffy? How will the dynamics of multiple Slayers play out? And what do you think about the direction this revival is taking? Share your thoughts in the comments. Let's discuss. Sarah Bock shines as a new ringleader in Buffy the Vampire Slayer reboot. Exciting news for fans of the supernatural. Northwestern University sophomore Sarah Bock is set to make waves in the highly anticipated reboot of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. This announcement, which has captured the attention of entertainment enthusiasts, was made public on Thursday through prominent outlets such as Deadline and Variety. Sarah Bock, a rising star in the communication department at NU, previously showcased her talent as Miss Huang in Apple TV's acclaimed series Severance. This new role marks a significant step in her burgeoning acting career. The original Buffy the Vampire Slayer series, which ran for 7 seasons, is a beloved teen drama that chronicles the adventures of Buffy Summers, portrayed by Sarah Michelle Gellar. Buffy is not just your average teenager. She is a Slayer, tasked with battling vampires, demons, and various dark entities that threaten humanity. Details about the Hulu reboot remain somewhat scarce. However, it was revealed in May that the pilot episode will introduce the new Slayer, played by the talented 15-year-old Ryan Kiera Armstrong. Fans can also look forward to Sarah Michelle Gellar returning to her iconic role as Buffy, a move that has sparked excitement and nostalgia among longtime viewers. In this latest casting announcement, Bock joins a fresh lineup of 4 other series regulars. She will portray Gracie, described as the ringleader for a group of church-going students, according to Deadline. While specifics about her character and the overarching plot of the reboot are still under wraps, the anticipation is building. Previously, Bock made a memorable impression as Miss Huang in Severance, a sci-fi thriller that delves into the lives of office workers who undergo a radical brain surgery to compartmentalize their work and personal lives. On campus, she has also recently performed in the Jewish Theater Ensemble's production of Urinetown, where she played the role of Little Sally, showcasing her versatility as an actress. What do you think about the revival of such a classic series? Will it live up to the original, or do you believe it risks tarnishing the legacy of Buffy Summers? Share your thoughts in the comments below. This reboot could spark a lively debate among fans, especially regarding the direction of the new storyline and character development. Buffy the Vampire Slayer Reboot. Meet the new cast members. Vampire Slayer legacy lives on, but will the reboot slay expectations? Get ready for a fresh bite of the iconic supernatural world as the Buffy the Vampire Slayer reboot pilot at Hulu adds 5 new faces to its main cast, joining the previously announced Sarah Michelle Gellar and Ryan Kiera Armstrong. But here's where it gets interesting. How will these newcomers mesh with the legacy of the original series? Variety has exclusively learned that the pilot has enlisted Faly Rakotohavana, known for his roles in Unprisoned and Secret Society of Second-Born Royals, as Hugo. Ava Jean, seen in A Week Away in Law & Order SVU, as Larkin. Sarah Bock of Severance fame as Gracie. Daniel D. Tomasso, recognized from Witches of East End and Major Crimes, as Abe. And Jack Cutmore-Scott, with credits in Oppenheimer and Frasier, as the enigmatic Mr. Burke. First announced in February, the pilot's plot remains shrouded in mystery, but insiders reveal it will center around a new Slayer, played by Ryan Kiera Armstrong, with Sarah Michelle Gellar reprising her iconic role as Buffy in some capacity. This blend of old and new has fans both excited and apprehensive. Will the reboot stay true to the spirit of the original while offering a fresh narrative? For those new to the Buffy universe, the original series, which debuted in 1997, was a groundbreaking blend of action, horror, and witty dialogue, created by the visionary Joss Whedon. It followed the journey of Buffy Summers, a chosen one destined to fight vampires and other supernatural creatures. The show developed a cult following over its 7 seasons, spawning as a spin-off, Angel, and cementing its place in television history. The new cast members come with impressive representation. Rakotohavana is repped by Media Artist Group, the ESI Network, and Katz Public Relations. Jean by Throughline Entertainment, Evolve Artist Agency, and Jorn Levine Barnes. Buff by Kutauan Agency, Amplified, and Hanson Jacobson. D. Tomasso by CESD and Authentic Talent and Literary Management, and Cutmore-Scott by UTA, Independent Talent Group, Entertainment 360, and Hanson Jacobson. At the helm of the pilot are writers, showrunners, and executive producers Nora Zuckerman and Leela Zuckerman, with the critically acclaimed Chloe Zhao set to direct and executive produce under her Book of Shadows banner. Sarah Michelle Gellar executive produces alongside Gail Berman, with Fran Kazooie, Kaz Kazooie, and the legendary Dolly Parton also on board as executive producers, reprising their roles from the original series. Production is underway, with Gellar recently teasing fans with glimpses from the first table read. And this is the part most people miss. The original Buffy the Vampire Slayer film, released in 1992, starred Christy Swanson and was directed by Fran Kazooie from a script by Joss Whedon. The success of the film paved the way for the beloved series that would later become a staple of 90s and early 2000s television. Now, we want to hear from you. Are you excited about the new cast additions and the direction the reboot might take? Do you think it's possible to recapture the magic of the original series with new characters and storylines? Share your thoughts and predictions in the comments below.